Good afternoon and welcome to the 2013 graduating class of 2013. At this time, I ask that you all please rise for the singing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, if you could please remove your caps. It is my pleasure to welcome our combined choirs led by our director, Mrs. Evelyn Chouette.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous heights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread black of bombs bursting and singing through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
Please be seated. Members of our Board of Education, Mrs. Kaminsky, Central Office administrators, faculty, parents, grandparents, family members, friends, and of course, members of the Farmington High School graduating class of 2013. Good afternoon. As Superintendent of Schools, it is my pleasure to officially welcome you to this 2013 graduation of Farmington High School. I am very pleased to join you today to celebrate this important milestone and to spend a few minutes reflecting with you about the significance of high school graduation and the opportunities for success beyond high school. As this is a dignified ceremony, we ask that you turn off your cell phones and that there be no air horns or other whistles during the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. To the graduates, today we celebrate an important milestone in your life. Your high school graduation is a significant accomplishment, and for that, we're all very proud of you. But these commencement exercises represent more than the completion of your formal schooling. They also represent for you a new beginning, hence the term commencement exercises, the beginning of the next stage in your life as an adult. But to start, let's reflect on what and who has contributed to this important milestone. Certainly, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the contributions of some very important people. First, the Farmington Public School District is an important component in your success. It is represented today by the Board of Education, the faculty, and staff. Thus, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the members of the Board of Education who are with us today. These outstanding citizens are committed to providing the students of the Farmington and Farmington Hills communities with an excellent education from preschool through high school. So I'm going to ask our board members to please stand, and if you would hold your applause until I finish calling the names. Frank Reed, President. Howard Wallach, Vice President. George Garola, Secretary. Priscilla Briette, Treasurer. Karen Bolson, Trustee. And Murray Kahn, Trustee. Please join me in giving these wonderful citizens a round of applause. In addition to the Board of Education, the faculty and staff of Farmington Public Schools have played a vital role in your success. Since coming to Farmington High, you have been served by an outstanding group of teachers, counselors, and support staff. Many of them are here today to pay tribute to you. And I would ask the staff and faculty of Farmington High School to please stand so we can officially recognize and thank you. Please rise. Next, the Farmington High School administration has also made significant contributions to your success by ensuring that you have outstanding teachers, multiple opportunities to be involved in your school, and a deep and rich curriculum. Thus, it's my pleasure to officially introduce your administration, and I would ask that they also please stand and you hold your applause until I call your names. Your principal, Mrs. Julie Kaminsky. Assistant principals, Robert Crawford and David Reese. And also your 2013 senior class advisors, Dawn Kukuski and Jennifer Michaels. Please join me in thanking them for all your support of our students. Also joining me on stage and probably also sitting off to the left somewhere, did everybody get a seat? Everybody got a seat. Are members of our central office administration who provide significant support to the overall operations of the school district so that every student can achieve success. So I would ask that they please stand and we give them a round of applause. To the graduates, you are our next generation of leaders, and you are graduating at a time of great challenge and opportunity. While there are hopeful signs that our state and national economies are improving, we also know that there are many challenges that will require your leadership, creativity, and problem-solving abilities after your graduation. Issues such as climate change, universal access to quality health care, and ensuring all children have access to a high-quality public education are just a few of the challenges you will face, and your generation will have the opportunity to solve these and many more of our world's most pressing problems. We also know that we are undergoing a fundamental transformation from a reliance on a 20th century manufacturing economy to a 21st century knowledge-based global economy. In a recent New York Times editorial, Thomas Friedman, author of The World is Flat, writes, quote, "We now live in a 401k world, a world defined by contributions, not defined by benefits." What Friedman says is that in the last decade, enormous changes have taken place, not only in our economy, but also in how we are connected with each other around the world. Think about it. When you entered kindergarten just 13 years ago, there were no iPhones, there were no iPads, there were no wireless internet. What were Google Docs? We didn't Skype. And the only clouds we knew about were the clouds in the sky, and not the cloud. We now live in a hyper-connected world in which people from anywhere, at any time, can collaborate, learn, invent, innovate, and communicate online across the globe. This new 401k world provides tremendous opportunities as it empowers individuals to have more access to do things than ever before in our history. However, it also means that more falls on you, our future leaders, to be self-motivated in the pursuit of your learning, work, and life goals. Though there will be fewer limits to your possibilities, which is good, but there will also be fewer guarantees or safety nets, hence the term 401k. Your world will be defined by what you contribute to it, and not by the benefits you or are guaranteed by your government or your employer. Just as your parents know that the 401k plan requires them to learn more about investing for their retirement, a 401k world will require you to learn more about investing in yourself so that you can develop the knowledge and competencies necessary to flourish and attain your work and life goals. It will also require you to seek out mentors, role models, and use social networks to help navigate these uncharted waters. So graduates, while I know these challenges will seem overwhelming at times, I hope you do not give up or lose faith. Now more than ever, we need you, our future leaders, to get involved, to be inspired, and to make a positive difference in this 401k world. Indeed, our democratic system needs you, needs your voices, and needs your leadership now more than ever. The good news is you are very well prepared for this next stage of your life. First, you are to be congratulated for completing one of the most rigorous curriculums in the state and in the country. You can also be proud to know you have acquired the 21st century knowledge and skills of a Farmington Public School graduate and lifelong learner. For example, your experiences at Farmington have helped you become a global citizen, demonstrating civic responsibilities of integrity, honesty, fairness, justice, and respect for all. You've also been taught to be a resourceful problem solver who thinks both critically and creatively to explore and evaluate solutions. And as one of the great strengths of our school district is its diversity of many cultures, you have acquired cultural competencies that will enable you to live, work, and learn with people from all backgrounds and walks of life around the world. By achieving all of the characteristics of the Farmington Public School learner profile, which also include being knowledgeable, a good communicator, interdependent team member, and a healthy and lifelong learner, you have the skills and the fortitude to continue your learning and make a positive impact on your community, your state, our nation, and the world. There are many ways for you to make an impact, both big and small. The first step is to register to vote when you turn 18, and then actually voting in your first election. Beyond this fundamental democratic responsibility, however, get involved in something that really matters to you. Listen to your inner voice. What are you passionate about? Volunteer. Make connections with people and others who are different from yourself. Challenge yourself to learn something new that pushes your thinking. These are just a few examples of how you can contribute and make a difference in your community, in your state, yes, in your country, and even in your world. By finding your passion, pursuing your dreams for a better future, and effectuating the change you want to see in this 401k world. Graduates, I know you will make us proud. Thank you and congratulations to the graduating class of Farmington High School. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you your class president, Alexis Baker.
Class of 2013, family and friends. Today is a big day. Today marks the end of a journey for me and my fellow graduates. It took us 12 long years to get here, but we made it. Not too long from now, all of us graduates will walk across this stage, receive our diplomas, flip our tassels, and begin a new stage in our lives. As I look back, it is easy to see how far we've come over the past 4 years. The work that we have completed and the lessons we have learned have created a solid foundation for whatever path in life we choose to pursue. At Farmington High School, we were given many opportunities to adventure and experiment with classes, whether we were interested in cars, cooking, or how the body works. And now it is time for us to apply what we have learned in a different stage in life. We have been given the tools we need to create a solid future for ourselves. And now it is time for us to go out and do it. With a class such as ours, with such leaders and innovators, we are surely the kind of people that will be making the world a better place. Our class quote, as said by Charlie Brown, is, "In the book of life, the answers aren't in the back." These next years of our lives are to find the answers to the things we have not yet learned. To paraphrase Oprah, we are going to learn things we are supposed to do by sometimes doing things wrong. In these days of excitement, we must not forget that graduating is not all about us graduates. It is also about those who made this possible for us. It is a time to thank and show appreciation to those who supported us, took care of our needs, bought supplies for our projects, made sure we got an education, and showed us love. The ones that taught us how to talk and play and gave us the basic skills we need to make it in life. It is also a time to thank the teachers who over the past 12 years have given us the knowledge that is allowing us to be here today. As we are going through the rest of our lives, we will miss the experiences we had in high school. For some of us, it'll be Friday night football games cheering behind F7 as the marching band played that you might miss. For some, it might be the teammates that you have made over the past 4 years or the friends that you have made in your clubs. And for others, it might just be seeing your best friend in school every day. We all may miss different things about high school, but we will all hold onto the good memories that we created these past 4 years. I would like to close with a quote by Vince Lombardi. "The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field. Our willingness to work and be the best that we can be in anything that we choose will add to our character and push us far in life. We all have the ability inside to have been given the foundation we need to be great. So why settle for anything less?" Thank you.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, though far off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I and hear their death knells ringing. When friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? In prison cell or dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
Good afternoon, Mrs. Zervalik, Board of Education, Board President, Class President, faculty, family, and friends. As principal of Farmington High School, it is my distinct honor to present the graduating class of 2013. Seniors, Seniors, I congratulate you on your graduation and all that you have accomplished. For the past 13 years, you have been working very hard to get here. I encourage you all to take some time to reflect today and what it means to you. While the work you put forth to get here was ultimately your work, the part your parents and families played in your success was critical as well. Graduates, please take some time and be sure you thank your parents today for the love and support they have provided and will continue to provide in the future. Without their love and support, today would not have been possible. I personally want to take this opportunity to say that I'm truly going to miss each and every one of you. You are a very special group of students. When I was new to Farmington High School in the fall of 2009, so were all of you. We were new together, and over the last 4 years, I have had the privilege to watch you grow and learn each day. Your class has left a lasting mark, a very positive mark, on Farmington High School. I hope you will remember just how much you are truly cared about by the faculty of FHS and how much you will truly be missed. As graduates of Farmington High School, you are prepared to be successful adults, capable of anything you choose to do. In preparation for today's ceremony, I asked the faculty again this year what words of advice they would say to you today on your graduation day, what words of wisdom they would offer to you. And here is what they said. Mrs. Gustafson, our positive and thoughtful social studies teacher, encourages you to walk with the dreamers, the believers, the courageous, the cheerful, the planners, the doers, the successful people, with their heads in the clouds and their feet on the ground. Let their spirit ignite a fire within you and leave this world better than when you found it. She reminds us that in the end, you become what you surround yourself with, so make a deliberate choice. Our beloved school custodian, Mrs. Brubaker, shared that she hopes you will be good to yourself and those around you. Do your best to be happy each day. And finally, she reminds all of you who are going on to colleges and universities to get to know the custodian, because they have the keys to the snack machine and you never know when you're going to need a snack. Don't let life pass you by. Enjoy every minute. You are not guaranteed tomorrow. Be thankful for the many blessings you have been given in life. These wise words are offered from Mrs. Webster, one of our outstanding teachers in the special education department. Mrs. Rollman, one of our newest teachers, reminds you that every day is a new day with new beginnings. Learn from your past and from others, and grow from every experience. Mrs. Chouette, our beloved choir director, wanted me to share some very powerful words. These have meant a lot to both of us, actually. It's entitled The Final Analysis, and I quote, "People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of being selfish or having ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone may destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people may often forget tomorrow, but do good anyway. Give the world your best, and it may never be enough, but give your best anyway. For you see, in the end, it is between you and your Maker. It was never between you and them anyway. These wise words are Mother Teresa's words and are near and dear to Mrs. Chouette's heart. Mrs. Sturm, our amazing math teacher and FHS coach, reminds you to be kind, help one another, work hard, stay positive, give back, and dream big. Certainly, this is great advice. Trust in yourself, believe in what you have to offer this big world, and remember the fond memories that high school has brought you. This thoughtful message is shared with you by Mrs. Kukuski, one of our respected English and Spanish teachers. We, the faculty of Farmington High School, want you to know that you are well prepared for the future that lies ahead of you. We hope you remember to draw upon the experiences you've had at FHS, remember the words of wisdom your faculty has shared with you today, and make your positive mark on this world. We know what you are capable of, and we are confident that you are prepared for a successful future. You have the capacity within you to continue finding success and doing great things. Mr. Reed, I certify that the members of the Farmington High School class of 2013 have completed all the requirements of the Board of Education and are qualified to graduate. I am proud to have been your principal and to have shared the past 4 years with you. I wish you good health and great success in the future. We will miss you, class of 2013. Congratulations. It is now my distinct pleasure to welcome Mr. Frank Reed, President of the Board of Education, for a few remarks.
Thank you, Mrs. Kaminsky, and good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Education, I bring greetings to the Farmington High School class of 2013. I'm sure you realize, as I did when I was on the other side of this podium, that your graduation marks a major milestone in your life. But not only for you, but also for those who provided the love and support you have received throughout your career and are right here in the arena right now. So please join me in thanking and honoring the parents, step-parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, guardians, and foster parents who have been important in your lives with a public thank you. Some of the parents here today are attending a high school graduation for the last time as their youngest child is graduating. We know you must have mixed feelings at this time. We thank you for the support for your children and the entire district. Would those parents whose youngest child is graduating please stand up and be recognized? Now, I have some good news for the parents of the graduates, particularly your last graduate. There is light at the end of the tunnel, particularly with respect to your intelligence. You see, a parent's intelligence from their children's point of view can be plotted as an inverted bell curve. When our children are very small, you're able to work magic. For example, you enter a dark room, make a small gesture at the wall, and boom, the room lights up. Brilliant. This continues for several years until at age 12 or 13 or so, your intelligence begins to wane until it becomes amazing that you can add single-digit numbers. The good news is that in just a few short months, you'll be firmly on the upswing, and in just a couple of years, we'll be back to brilliance, so congratulations. To the graduates, I'm certain that you feel the same sense of satisfaction that I felt as I sat among my classmates and friends who have been part of all the important moments of your school experience. You are being celebrated today by those who wish you the very best in building a life in the world beyond high school. This really is huge. The major challenge for you as you move forward beyond your high school education is simply the sheer pace of change in the world that you are entering. It's occurring at a rate that's truly hard to comprehend, and it's still accelerating every single day. This reality will cause you to change what you want to become good at in your career many times over your learning and working lives, more so than any generation in history. One of the characteristics of this pace of change is the wave of disruptive concepts and technology that are wiping out whole groups of products and professions. A minor example of this is that if you ask a person younger than you what a phone book is, their first reaction would be, well, it's got to be something related to Facebook, or maybe it's the instruction manual for an iPhone. But they don't know. I can tell you that not too long ago, phone books were a pretty big deal. A disruptive trend that will definitely affect you is the increasing proliferation of MOOCs. What, you haven't heard of massively open online courses? These are college-level lectures in every conceivable subject that are offered online so that the students and others can view the lecture on their own schedule and concentrate on discussing the complex concepts that the lecture raises while in class with their professors and classmates. This development will have a major impact on colleges and universities even while you are students, and will eventually change the landscape of higher education. In fact, there is a major university that's offering a master's degree in computer science at a 75% discount if you take your courses online versus sitting in a bricks and mortar classroom. This is a disruptive concept. As a technology example, to most, Raspberry Pi is a delicious dessert treat. But it is also a disruptive computer technology that will place very low-cost computer technology in the hands of the third world and will give this part of humanity the access to the world of information that we now take for granted, but for many of them is not even a distant dream. Couple all this disruptive phenomenon with a dramatic increase of complexity across the scope of all the products that we deal with, from automobiles to smartphones, and it creates enormous new pressures on those entering the world of work. Products are becoming so complex that no one person can possibly know all the details of even one subsystem, let alone a whole product. I mention this increasing appearance of disruption and complexity not to cause you anxiety, but to point out that the skills you need to cultivate going forward will be different than the ones we used to count on for success. And the skills you need to acquire don't stop at the hard skills that you need to master. And by the way, given the rate of change, you should get used to the idea where you'll have to acquire many sets of hard skills as disruptive change automates or otherwise makes whole professions obsolete. You will not need just a plan B, but a plan C, D, and F as well to succeed in your world. What technology doesn't make obsolete, however, are the crucial human skills that can make all the difference in your success. One of these that I think is particularly important is the ability to choose team members whose skills complement and are distinct from your own. The human brain early on developed a hardwire mechanism to quickly identify the other as something to be alarmed about, and probably helped our earliest ancestors avoid saber-toothed tigers, among other perils. This instinct results in our general tendency to want to surround ourselves with people who are a lot like us, including our work teams. This is a big mistake. We need to instead train our brains to seek out and embrace people very different from us and recognize those things in them that will make our team succeed. And we do possess the power to train our brains to do this. So think about this as you pursue your post-high school career and study the habits and behaviors of those you are working with. Oh, and by the way, please pay attention to what many think of as the invisible people in your world. There are a multitude of people who do the jobs that help you make your success in this world possible. Waiters, waitresses, hotel maids, janitors, clerks, taxi drivers, etc. It's very easy to assume that your life is important and theirs is not. Many times, though, there is something there that is vastly much more consequential than you can imagine, and you will be very well served in taking the time to learn their stories. I have found this to be particularly important in my own life. While the adults in your world want you to be happy, society needs you to be engaged and successful, and perhaps now more than ever. You are no doubt aware of many problems with which we are faced. My generation and those before mine have solved a few and will solve a few more. But please understand, pretty soon, sooner than you might think, it'll be up to you. In closing, when we graduate from high school, we believe that we know something, and indeed we do. But is this knowledge sufficient to accomplish something meaningful in the greater world? Probably not. The question that needs to be asked when we get to graduation is, what do I need to know? What skills do I need to acquire in order to truly make a difference in this world? Our goal, the world of kindergarten through 12th grade, is to get you ready to ask that important question, to get you to the step of realizing that there is very much yet to learn. You need to put in the next pieces together to establish how it is you will leave your mark on this world. And the part that will really surprise you is that the time available to accomplish this is incredibly short. It looks like a long time to you now, but in reality, when you look back, it's a blink of the eye. I can tell you that your parents are feeling this perspective in a big way about you right now. After all, they thought you'd be small, cute, and cuddly for a long time, but look at you now. So enough observations and advice. Let me turn to something that you very much want to hear. That, on behalf of the Board of Education, the entire Farmington School District, by the powers vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2013 of Farmington High School to be officially graduated. Congratulations.
Alexis Brianna Baker. Mark Jaloshai. Jane Han Shao. Alexander Gerald Budd. Erin Catherine Kohler. Shelby Erin Malone. Maria Annalise Reed. Zachary Aiden Seflick. Cooper Davis Abel. Sean James Acker. Alistar Margaret Acree. Rami Emil Ajluni. Elena Paula Alamayu. Amir Ali Jr. Jesse Ryan Allen. Matthew Carl Almayer. Venetia Rupen Amin. Vishal Kiyur Amin. Royce Charles Anderson. Sierra Simone Archibald. Benjamin Philip Charles Argeroff Flood. Alexander Edwin Arlen. Nicholas
Kevin Beringhouse. Coy Anise Barnett. Leah Kathleen Becker. Rohit Kavikumar Badunge. Trishan Jameer Blackman. Tyler Patrice Bland. Lauren Robin Bliss. Sahid Bolanani. Alexis Bianca Brown. Chelsea Lene Brown. Mackenzie Anna Butler. Renee Emmeline Cameron. Miranda Lee Campbell. Ryan Philip Caprathi. Jamal Darius Carpenter. John Treese Marie Carter. Jason Forrest Cartwright. Rachel Miriam Chaco. Jacqueline Hope Champnella. Trayvon Marquise Chapman. Vahan Syrian Chalakian. Mihai Aaron Chakal. Matthew Thomas Clunan. Ashlyn Malone Coleman. John Rocco Contardi. Amanda Potter Cook. Nishan Daniel Cook Nelson. Deja Latasha Copeland. Christopher Paul Cordell. Rory Patrick Cowley. Catherine Victoria Adina Crandall. Daniel Charles Saplicki. Ani Tamar Decasion. Michael Richard Das. Jalen Anissa Davis. Maya Elon Davis. Jordan Contavious DeGruffenreid. Zachary Thomas Desjardins. Kate Marie Deal. Eleanor Lee Girolamo. Lakita Ezej Ebo. Jacob Charles Eldridge. Chance Eldridge. Leah Curie Elkins. Christopher Dwayne Ely. Michaela Victoria Ewald. Diane Laurel Fisher. James Samuel Fleck. Lauren Elizabeth Folkert. Adriana Marie Francavilla. Alicia Joe Francavilla. Christina Demetria Franchi. Dakota Jack Frazier. Maribel Frinwy Funwy. Jacqueline Rose Gammon. Cameron Dale Davis Gale. Alexander Nicholas Garlinger. Anthony Wayne Gatz. Nicholas Tyler Gensheimer. Krista Lynn Ghaffari. Induleka Gandikota. Tanya Girgla. James Patrick Glynn. Nicholas Gochai. Cecilia Lynn Gonzalez. Leah Marie Goodhall. Janisha Jade Gordon. Isaiah Lamar Gordine. Emmanuel Tyree Gavantes. Tori Gianna Greaves. Kristen Grace Grider. Philip Trayvon Griffin. Sean Jamar Griffin. Paolo Giuseppe Grano. Kara Elizabeth Gurney. Sarah Catherine Gutnick.
Lauren Elizabeth Haas. Lindsay Michelle Haas. Dominic Oliver Hadjdu. Kenneth Sherman Hammond Jr. Karina Christine Hanna. Erin Marie Hardin. Tama Harris. Jaquil Anthony Haynes. Benjamin David Hackathorn. Devonna Henry. Aaron Randell Hewins. Karan Tyrus Hicks. Yana Hill. Tyrone Lamont Houston. Aaron Sky Howell. Jaywa Jackie Shaw. Copy Newt Christine Ruth Humphrey. Stephanie Pauline Hunsberger. Emily Jane Hunt. Christopher James Hurley. Haley Renee Hurt. Pravalika Jarugala. Joy Christine Johnson. Valentino Kalai. Marjorie Jean Karna. John Patrick Kiles. Jessica Claire Keneally. Jamie Lynn Kiefer. Andrew Gordon Kilcline. Jamie Lynette Kish. Stephen Christopher Kuzikas. James Siangjin Kwa. Falguni Sridhar Kulkarni. Wesley George Kudala. Elizabeth Grace Lafferty. Ian Michael LaFontaine. Nicholas Leroy Laframboise. Tajay Alante Lamar. Marissa Lauren Lipinski.
Yeyoon Lee. Drew David Lindman. Joseph Liu. Veronica Marie Lopez Vera. Drew Robert Ludwig. Deja Janae Lyman. Kelsey Diane McDonald. Neil Macklin Camel. Amanda Joanne Magretta. Austin James Malley. Kinu Malik. Maitri Ramesh Maladi. Yoshua Kirangalil Mathai. Jacob Donovan McCaskin. Deshante Ali McCasker. Megan Nicole McDermott. Cooper Scriver McLean. Maurice Jordan McNabb. Stephanie Meekum. Thomas Victor Memar. Leslie Renee Merrill. Justin Robert McAuliffe. James David Miller. Ariana Royal Mitchell. Secret Anna Mitchell. Troy Lewis Mitchell. Connor Allen Moore. Mark Austin Nahat. Stephen Cole Neal. Taylor Rashawn Nelson. Nicholas Ryan Newman. David Aroshi. Jordan Amanda Jase Owens. Julia Christine Palayan. Mateo Panadero Montero. Sebastian Parra. Sharif Shakan Parson. Brendan Daniel Patterson. Donald Michael Payne. Brianna Angelique Hayton. Casey Miller Penning. Connor Maxwell Penning. Alec Hugh Pearlstein. Jonathan Reese Perry. Lindsay Marie Petrella. Christopher Allen Piontek. Kelly Suzanne Plummer. Taylor Nicole Poe. Tyler Devon Pokrufka. Clara Paparad Stazar. Catherine Maureen Portelli. Jacob Ronald Powell. Canon Wesley Pulliam. Michael Purry II. Melissa Ray Pyle. Sarah Marie Rod. Donald John Rankin IV. Jared Anthony Rashid. Courtney Lynn Ray. Kelly Simone Reeves. Rachel Catherine Reynolds. Christopher Robert Rhodes. Cooper Andrew Reel. Robert Anthony Ringo. Joe Anthony Robinson. Jordan Robinson. Jacob Robert Roche. Stephanie Mae Rons. Joshua Mitchell Rushing. Luke William Russell. Daniel Rustaberg. Elizabeth Rose Sad. Liam Thomas Sandusky. Leon Richard Sappho. Ryan Arthur Scalzo. Caroline Ruth Schneeman. Brandon Michael Schultz. Timothy William Schumacher. Michelle Ann Scott. Jacob Timothy Seflick. Jesse Donald Shady. Alicia Jean Shaw. Alvin Shakai. Adam Daniel Shepard. Kenyara Sherman. Kevin Michael Seeloff. Joseph Aaron Sledzinski. Ryan Vasily Sutherland. Sam Willer Spellman. Cody Raymond Stallings. Sydney Cherie Sterling. Caitlin Rose Stieber. Catherine Marie Steinmetz. Scott Joseph Steinmetz. Mitchell Kenneth Stringer. Anisha Sudarshan. Angela Marie Taliercio. Myrtala Tankasala. Catherine Lynn Teeples. Connor Henry Thompson. Till Torn. Vikas Tawari. Maria June Tomlinson. Tyler Jonathan Thompson. Luke Michael Torvinen. Shane Armand Townsend. Richard Kwok Tren. Joseph Thomas Trombley. Stephanie Ann Tuba. Sydney Faye Tyus. Eureka Ueda. Dominic Matthew Uhelski. Brianne Alina Valrance. Heather Lynn Varco. Michaela Susan Verton. Tyler John Vizenko. Allison Elizabeth Ward. Alexander James Wan. Dylan Eli Welch. Ryan Nicole Rangrovius. Andrea Rose Wheeler. Keenan White. Alexander James Wydell. Brandon Ross Wilk. Ross Lawrence Williams. Jason Nicholas Wilson. Megan Ann Wiltsey. Brent Alexander Winkler. Chandini Yerbati. Ian Avram Zabak. Faeldi Zekai. Leanna Christina Zervos. Michael James Zimmer.
Can one of you hold that, please? Thank you. Graduates of the class of 2013, since the reign of England's King Henry VIII in the 15th century, individuals who have completed their formal study have been entitled to wear a scholarly cap and gown, symbolizing their accomplishments. From this cap, your mortarboard hangs a tassel. It has special significance and tradition as it represents your transition from student to graduate. Will the class of 2013 please rise? At this time, I invite our graduates to please move your tassel from the left to the right side of your cap, signifying your graduation. Congratulations, graduates. Now, graduates, please remain standing to prepare for the recessional. This is also a reminder to parents and graduates that you should be meeting your families outside of the arena following the recessional. Graduates, please use our NHS guides to follow out as the processional begins. Congratulations again. We're very proud of you.